Ko tana kaupapa kari I konei, I rungi tēnei pepa. Engari ka hoa te whiua te te wā ki a Heeni ki Smith.
The most powerful, the most motivational words I have ever heard have come from the people who know me not. They tell me I can't do it. This is music to my ears. It gives me just that little bit of X factor to make sure whatever I am doing, I do it better. I do not need any negative words to help me achieve my goals. So tell me I can't, but I am probably already halfway there before you felt the need to add your little ingredient into my own recipe. So no thanks. Comments if you must, but I already know I will. As Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. It's up to you. Things often seem more difficult in our minds than they actually are. Luckily, we can always change our minds. But if you're thinking you can't, as Henry Ford says, you're already winning if that is your mindset. So, it's really up to you. Our bodies are made a certain way to cope with the multitudes of circumstances. Great women, like my mum, can give birth, then go and play a game of rugby. Our bodies are made a certain way. Our bodies can withstand almost anything. It's our minds we need to convince. My dad can be in a coma, then want it so bad to wake up, to come home to my mum, brothers and sisters. He can, and he did. People can go through horrific accidents and continue on with a normal life. Our minds are so powerful, we can talk ourselves into doing almost anything. And tell ourselves also what we are doing is right. That's right. We can manipulate and put rationale to any circumstances we choose to make it right for us. So don't wait for somebody to tell you you can't, because you can and you will. Believe it? Do it. But do it because you can, and not because somebody said you can't. You see, I would like to tell you a little something about myself. Every brick you throw at me to put up that great wood wall to stop me, I will use to stand on. And no, not because your opinion is more important to me, but because every brick you throw at me, the greater I shall become. But because you are giving me another tool for my bag of success that I shall continue to add to with every opportunity and experience that presents itself. You've got to wake up every day and ask yourself, how bad do you want it? How much work are you willing to put forth for the things you want and need in your life? Nothing. Nothing great comes without effort. But I promise you that if it is of something of great meaning in your heart and in your life, every step, every risk, and every drop of sweat will be worth it. I have everything I need to make sure I can live my dreams. My parents, my family, my friends, my teachers, and my choices ensure that I will be taking every opportunity offered, and I will experience this great world we have all been born into. Never tell me the sky is the limit when there are footprints on the moon. Never limit my success or even attempt to measure it. not worry about where my next meal is coming from, nor where I will be sleeping tonight. I am blessed that I have been born into the most beautiful family in the most beautiful country. This ensures my journey is a supported one. If you don't like me, nor what I do, or even how I do it, remember, it's mind over matter. I don't mind, and you really don't matter. I am Heeni King Smith of Te Whiraka Whakamari o Ngāti Kahungunu ki Here Tau. I can, I will. End of story.
I come from the final Vio Fatua. My eyes of Kahungunu courage. My hair is up in their bed since my arms are funny photo. My leg of Rangimarie. The sacred days of an era gone by is my mountain, Te Rangimarie. The fulfillment and satisfaction of my water source is where I draw from for sustenance. Ko mākona te whatu manawa. A small piece of paradise, ko Takapo, is where I was born. A place that sits at the foot of our majestic mountain. A place where my heart is warm, even on the coldest days. I can bury my face into my dad's chest, with my back to the world, and feel my power of belonging. These are the ancestral lands of my people. As a granddaughter of the great chief Kahumunu, 21 generations before me, I am from many before and many more to come. I have been taught many languages by these before me. I can speak the language of the birds, the winds, and the many changing waters. That our chief spoke all these generations before me. I stand before you, here on the land he once stood. And I send his vibrations to you all. Now feel my power of belonging. As a small child, I attended language lessons to embrace and grow appreciation of my environment. I learned why my mountain was important, why that body of water is imperative. Māori language is a spirit that allows us to explore nature in all its true beauty. Beauty that we have been born into. Beauty that creates and nurtures that power of belonging. This was our land. The land that the mountain needed in order to rise in majesty. The land my people needed in order to roam its secrets in reverence. This land was a land of our great waters. The beating heart of nature flowing through time that we could not remember. This was our land. The land that provided everything good for my people. This was always our land. And the sun set upon it, the rain washed it, and the fire was kind in its fury. It was so for all time. In my 16 years of attending language lessons, I have learnt much. Here I learnt an important word. This word, and many of you may have heard it before, is mana. Every one of you in this room has some form of mana. Mana comes from knowing who you are, where you come from, and your connection to your land. Mana grounds you. Mana makes you solid. Mana gives you that power of belonging. Mana roots you to the past, present, and future. We don't always have to agree. Mana can be tested, even challenged, but with respect and understanding of one another's mana. Every one of you is sacred, no matter who you are or where you come from. To respect each other's power of belonging could heal so much of today's global troubles. Here is where I would like to salute the passionate academics who have fought political legislation to be overturned and giving us the opportunity to explore many languages of our environment, all the while enriching and enhancing another branch of our power of belonging. I salute my own people who have maintained and retained our homelands and involving me to continue this work. The Indigenous peoples across the globe are unparalleled in their perseverance of such feats. All of this so we can have that power of belonging. You see, I did not inherit this land from my ancestors. I borrow it from my unborn sons. It is my duty to ensure that I nurture it, and when I bear my children, they are born with the same power of belonging. Tell me how to do this, and I may forget. Show me how to do it, and I may not remember. But involve me, and I will understand. My power of belonging is what I have shared with you today. I salute my parents who have raised me in the accolades of my ancestors. I am from many before and many more to come. I am of many infinite possibilities. This is my time. With the power of belonging, I leave you with this. When the blood in your veins returns to the sea and the earth in your bones returns to the ground, perhaps then you will remember that this land does not belong to you. It is you who belong to this land. I am Te Rangimarie e Ngarotata of Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Ngā Tika Humunuki Here Tonga, and I exude my own power of belonging.